Hi, I'm Carrie Blazer, Mary Magdalene Soul. I'm a mother in this lifetime. In this lifetime, I'm a mother, shaman, and recently published author of My Inner Heroine, Exploring Feminine Pain. I've helped men like Andrew Tate through a personal relationship with his best friend, Justin Waller, to Fire Academy instructors. And then all led me back to JC. Those are his initials in this lifetime. He's former FBI, currently head of global security at GoDaddy. We are still healing from our childhood trauma, so I'm going to focus on me. So only this month, September of 2025, did I fully accept that my soul is the same soul as Mary Magdalene. And there's a lot of signs and synchronicities that led me to accepting this truth about myself. And they are in the description below, and they're also going to be on my website really soon. I'm just getting up to speed, okay? So in doing this research and doing a deep dive, like I have a master's degree in East Asian religious studies. I speak Chinese. I studied 12th century Taoist texts. My ex-husband that I met in Tibet is Israeli. So he can tell you I don't speak Hebrew. I speak a little Hebrew. I don't know biblical Hebrew. I don't know Judaism, Christianity. I've lived in Israel. I've never been to Jerusalem. I've been there 8 times. I have 3 kids. All of them have Jewish names. You know, Ethan, Yael, and Orly Buzaglo. Okay, I still have my married name, but even though I've been divorced for 20 years. So anyway, today I came upon a lot of information about the Council of Nicaea in the 4th century and why they changed Yeshua, which means salvation, and kind of hides the name of God in it, because you're supposed to say the name of God to help you spark the God within, Christ consciousness within, how they changed his name to Jesus in the 4th century, which is actually Joshua, which means God saves. So they went from internal knowing, like heaven within to heaven above. You know, they changed it from everything on the inside to everything on the outside. Well, why is that? You know, why is God male when and we ascribe creation and orchestration to a man? Why is that? Well, I came upon this video that I'm going to share with you. Now, I don't know how to do all the special, and I'm old at 55. My kids aren't home, so we're going to listen to it. And I'm going to stop it, and I'll respond to it. But it basically gets into how the early texts and the Council of Nicaea only accepted 4 of the 21 Gospels. There's a lot of knowledge there that wasn't accepted. But we're going to hear this about how, you know, internally we have divine masculine, divine feminine inside of everybody. So we need both to find balance within. So let's listen to what they have to say. And I'll stop and kind of explain my story along the way.
But they systematically erased, or dangerously distorted, the one who truly understood what he became. Mary Magdalene. She was the first to witness the fully activated light body, the first to listen to its profound transmission without...
Now, when they say the first to, like, you know, they saw his resurrection. What that means is his soul lives on. All of our souls live on. Where is heaven? It's right here. How do we create heaven on earth? We love ourselves. So this month, September of 2025, I finally had the courage to start making YouTube videos that I had enough okay, this is me. This is definitely me. My birthday is June 25th, direct opposite of December 25th, and there's a laundry list of things. Like Mary Magdalene went to the south of France after Jesus was crucified, and the whole religion started there around her by the Cathars. And in the 14th century, 1 million of them were killed in the medieval Inquisition. And I lived in southern France from the time I was 1 till I was 3 in Toulouse, in the exact region, the Languedoc region of France, where the Cathars were. You know, my soul has a plan. So anyway, she was there at the resurrection, and our souls live forever. That's the eternal. The bodies don't live forever, but the soul lives forever. That's eternal. And she witnessed that. And she was there. Of course she was there. That's her guy. Of course she was there.
Fear, without dogma. The one he called not servant, but companion. Equal, the one who knew his soul's
companion in biblical Hebrew means wife or spouse.
deepest song. She was not the repentant sinner of their revised patriarchal narrative. She was a seer, a high initiate of the...
Yeah, so it was the 6th century where the Pope then decided that Mary Magdalene was a prostitute. Only in 1969 did they make her an apostle, and then in 2016 they made her the apostle of all apostles. But I have a contention with that they're equals. So why is she an apostle? Okay, and I'm going to rely on a Cherokee proverb right now that says, a woman's highest calling is to connect a man to his soul, inside work, so he can unite with source, inside work. A man's highest calling is to protect a woman so she can walk the earth unharmed. Oh, that's outside work. So the inside work, the inner knowing, the inner gnosis, which we're going to get into in a second, enlightenment's an expression of the soul, inside work, that's women's work. I mean, I got an innie, men got an outie. It's simple, it's easy. But yes, the patriarchy. You wonder what the patriarchy is? Well, my enlightenment showed me that last year when it showed me, okay, well, when we ascribe creation to the male God, he creates and orchestrates, we're assigning the feminine to the masculine, and then where's the feminine value? Oh, she has no value. Oh, wait. And all the reasons you go to church: forgiveness, all right brain activities, compassion, nurturing, intuition, creativity, feminine work, inside work, clear as day.
Sacred mysteries, a profound carrier of the Sophia current, the divine feminine wisdom, the very intelligence and compassion of the cosmos, without which the Christ light cannot be fully anchored. Mary Magdalene did not just passively witness the resurrection, she interpreted it with profound insight. She understood its cosmic implications. She became the first clear mirror of that risen frequency, capable of holding and reflecting its immense light without shattering. In the suppressed Gnostic texts, those precious fragments that miraculously survived, Jesus calls her the woman who knows the all, the apostle of apostles.
So, yes, he calls her the apostle, woman who knows it all. But religion is predominantly wisdom, and that's feminine. Wisdom is internal work. And knowledge, like Einstein and Stephen Hawking, they would get universal knowledge. That's more masculine work. Not that men can't channel the feminine. Sure, they can. But that's feminine work. I wonder why women don't feel valued, why men feel entitled to multiple women. And I'm in the red pill space, so I had to deal with that. Yeah.
He passed on to her a unique transmission, a deeper layer of the sacred teachings, one's the burgeoning institutional church, in its fear of feminine power and direct, unmediated gnosis, systematically buried beneath centuries of smoke, doctrine, and deliberate misdirection.
Right. I mean, when they say, gnosis, immediate like inner transformation, inner alchemy, that's what she was. A high priestess. Jesus's mom, Mary, was also a high priestess. I'm a shaman. That's what that is. It's the inner change. That's the soul's change. It's inner work.
Because to truly honor her was to admit that the ultimate resurrection, the full activation of the Christ Sophia light, is not exclusively male. It is, and always has been, about perfect divine balance. Christ and Magdalene were not hierarchical master and subservient follower. They were poles of a single, unified, divine reality.
Right. So let's look at me and JC this lifetime. Okay. So my memory of my childhood is very poor. And while I talk to his soul all day long, I haven't spoken to him in 40 years. So, but of course, GoDaddy's developing my website, and we're like getting closer and closer. And I had to accept how traumatic our childhood was, and that's why we haven't talked yet. Because, he'll show me visions of him coming to my door. I'm like slamming him. I'm not ready yet. I have not come down the stairs yet. Okay, I haven't. I'm barely making YouTube videos in my garage. Right, haven't come down the stairs. I'm not ready yet. But so due to our trauma, I took on, I'm the problem. So if the collective of souls is here and I'm the problem, I'm below the souls. I'm like, I'm the problem, so I'm going to place myself down here. But if I'm down here and he's my counterbalance, he's above. I know, and so, Andrew Tate, Justin Waller, Fire Academy instructors, 167, 164. The first guy, Tim, my book, is a chess champion. He has a house in Rincon by here, which is like multi-million-dollar, So it makes sense that I would attract men who subconsciously perceive themselves as above, and that's kind of covering up their insecurities. And there's the balance. I mean, over the past month, I've been talking to his soul and kind of getting, no, we're of the people, we're not above. I'm not below, because if you're above, that puts me below as a counterbalance. But if we're both of the people, then we can balance each other out. And people are saying, oh, well, I don't think they're going to come back. We're always here. We are souls having a human experience just like everybody else. I mean, I attempted suicide as Mary Magdalene's soul, as divine feminine. It was that bad. If I had the button to eviscerate my soul while healing from my childhood trauma and what's happened to me in this lifetime, I would have. Rape, fear of men. It looks like forced abortions when I was a kid. JC's dad is a surgeon. My dad never, from the time I was 11 on, he would sleep at his, my stepmom's house. But I'd be home alone with my brother, wide open, quarter mile from JC's house, who was older than me and bigger than my brother and older than my brother. So yes, it takes balance between men and women. And when we have balance as God, we can mirror that in the home and support women, valuing themselves as a stay-at-home mom. Now, now people, I work out. I don't stay home. No, that's just like stay-at-home mom is a curse word, or it's like the most shameful thing when it's half of our kids don't have a secure attachment to self. They go off to daycare and they bond with other kids their age. They don't know how to mature. Lack of a secure attachment to self means you're mentally ill. Half. Why don't you, go on YouTube and search teachers right now and listen to their complaints. 10-year-old kids are making sex sounds left, and the whole class. 10-year-olds making sex sounds, okay? We're messed up. So we need more balance in the masculine and feminine. But let's see, what else they're going to say here. But this is totally true. And today is September 21st. It's almost September 22nd. It was Charlie Kirk's memorial today. I love Charlie Kirk. And I resonate with him too. In July of this year, July 16th, he said Mary is a solution to toxic feminism. Now, I didn't watch his show, so I didn't know he said it until recently. But on that same day, my intuition guided me to send an email to Red Pill Leadership for the first time saying, my soul's the same soul as Mary Magdalene. Yeah, same day. And I was born in Scottsdale, Arizona, where Charlie's family lives. Oh, and GoDaddy, they're in Phoenix, right next to Scottsdale. Yeah, Oh, tomorrow I have a meeting to finalize my website at GoDaddy. Oh, and the sales guy from GoDaddy, you want to know what his name was? His initials are JC too. Jason, same first name too. Jason, and then a different last name. I'm like, what the? I went to GoDaddy to talk to him. I'm just not there yet. Okay.
Electric and magnetic, sun and moon, wisdom and power and perfect harmony, Shiva and Shakti. And together, their unified field, their sacred energetic union, unlocks the full potential of the light body for all humanity.
And people say Jesus was a healer. Well, that's feminine. Self-reflection, compassion, nurturing, it's all right brain. That's right brain. So for him to be a healer, he had to be healthy in his right brain, which means he's got his woman with him and she's keeping him healthy. And she's the channel. Women have a more robust nervous system, so we can channel the universe's energy. Men have a less robust nervous system, evidenced by a higher infant mortality rate for male infants. Women are designed to be the connection to the source, the 5D, to our souls.
Feel into the left side of your body, often associated with the feminine, intuitive, receptive aspects of your being. Then feel into your right side, often associated with the masculine, active, expressive aspects. Now, with gentle intention, sense the subtle current, the energetic interplay.
Anyway, I'll put a link to this video in the description, and you can watch it. But just start to open yourself to, like this week in Israel, they are the first time for the new year, because it's a prophecy, that they're calling in the Messiah next week. And my ex-husband's in Israel right now. Yeah, and my legal name is Buzaglo. It's a Sephardic Jewish last name, and it's just like they have been shit on and shit on. So Mary Magdalene's legal name is Buzaglo. Like, I love that. Let's go, Let's give some credit to, Buzaglo, like the Buzaglos were exiled from Spain in 1492 and took on that last name to be exiled and humiliated. Well, they are not humiliated. Like, I want to bring honor to that name. So anyway, consider that Mary Magdalene was Jesus's wife, and she's a healer, and he's a healer because she's a healer. And we're definitely in need of a lot of healing, and that's why I'm here. So if you want to grab my book for $3 on for an ebook, then and learn how to experience enlightenment on your own, self-reflect, and heal from your childhood trauma, have at it. I didn't know all of. I had some signs and synchronicities, but I hadn't put it all together. It's not in the book. I'm writing another book, but I hope you enjoy. All right, take care. Oh, and please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.